Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Preeti, and I am bursting with excitement because I am ticking off something huge from my bucket list today. I'm in Pondicherry, and I'm here in Pondicherry to do my open water diving course with Temple Adventures. Temple Adventures is mainland India's first and largest dive school and a PADI 5-star dive center. After having done my research and seeing good reviews about them, I decided to come here for my open water. Before getting into the water, the open water course begins with intensive theory. So scuba diving comes with physics that you need to get a grasp of before you dive. It's a good idea to finish as much theory as possible before arriving for your course. You'll also have to clear knowledge reviews and an exam to finally be certified. This is my instructor, Shavir. He began familiarizing me with my equipment that I would be using over the next few days.
No? Excellent. Good job. Right. So let's try the VCD first and see whether it fits you well.
As an open water diver, you'll learn what each piece of equipment is used for and how to kit up from scratch. You'll learn how to read your air tank and how to check if the air you're going to be breathing is good or not. After all of this, it was time for my confined pool sessions, where I would learn some basic skills that I'd need to know when I'm underwater. The idea is to do them in a controlled environment before actually practicing them out in the open ocean.
Now, when water goes into your mouth, it's difficult for you to breathe, right? So we'll learn two methods.
Good morning. So yesterday was my day 1 training where we did 3 sets of confined pool dives and along with that a little bit of theory, and we got to learn a lot of I got to learn a lot of techniques that I'll be using underwater, stuff like changing your mask, dealing with your equipment, and a whole lot. Seriously, there's a lot to learn in the technicalities of diving, which you don't really get to understand as such when you're just doing a fun dive or a discover scuba diving kind of a thing. But today we're gonna go to a quarry which is around 45 minutes away from Pondicherry Central, and we're going to be learning a lot of I am going to be learning more of these techniques. It's basically confined sessions 4 and 5. Along with that, there's a swim test also that I have to do, as well as a float test, which is what I'm really nervous about. So even yesterday was a little challenging for me because I got really anxious, especially when your mask floods with water. It's a little terrifying. But my instructor is amazing and he really helped me through it, so I'm just trusting on that today as well. So today's day 2 and that's what we're going to be doing. I'm headed to the dive center now, from where we'll be hopping into a car or a tempo and heading to the quarry. I got to the dive school, picked out my wetsuit, packed everything up and got into the tempo, and we were on our way to the quarry. So quarries are basically construction pits which get filled up with water. These also attract a lot of marine life and can be quite interesting to explore. This was where I had to start putting what I had been taught to good use. I had to kit up from scratch. The idea is to make this part of muscle memory so you know what checks you need to run and where everything goes. We've arrived at the quarry. It is basically this lake behind me. And this is where we're going to be doing 2 more modules of the confined pool training session, as well as 2 of my first dives, my first and second dive, where I'll get to practice the skills that I learned yesterday in the confined pool training sessions. I'm going to get to practice them out here in the fresh water. And yeah, my breathing is slightly caught because again, I'm quite nervous and a little anxious about this, which is something that has surprised me because I've gone diving before and it was much easier, but I suppose things have kind of changed. I don't know. But That's Shavir and Tanvi back there, and Tanvi is going to be helping capture all of this so I can show you guys, and Shavir is going to be training me. I can't take my GoPro into the water. You can't usually do that when you're diving or when you're training. So, gonna leave this one aside and head in now. We ran through the same skills here as we did in the confined sessions. Getting up in the water, switching between a snorkel and a regulator. Shavir would show me first, and then I would do it myself. And then we descended to 10 to 12 meters roughly for my very first dive. This thing that you see me doing, it's called equalization. You do it to equalize pressure building inside your ears and air spaces as you descend underwater. And you'll learn more about this in detail when you actually do your course. We got started with practicing neutral buoyancy, to neither sink nor float, but to hover in the water. And then came the skills that can usually cause a little bit of anxiety. Mask removal and replacement, and mask flooding and clearing. You'll see me panic in 3, 2, there we go. Here's a tip for you. Always listen to your instructor. Shavir made me do this a few more times just so I could get confident, and it actually helped. Once my skills were done, we spent some time exploring the quarry, just for fun before calling it a day. Morning. So yesterday was Quarry day, as we saw, and when we got back, I spent the rest of the evening reading up on theory, doing my knowledge reviews, answering my quizzes, and giving my final exam. And I'm happy to say that I cleared those quizzes and my final exam. Today is day 3, where we're going to head out into the ocean, and we're going to go for my dive 4 and 5, which will involve a few more skills. And it's an ocean dive, so we will be going down to 18 meters. Yesterday the quarry was around 12 max. So that's where I'm headed now. I'm going to the dive center. It is 6:30 in the morning and we have an early start. This is going to be exciting. I also have my final swim and my float test, which is basically what I'm really nervous about for today. But I think we should be able to do this. See you. So we finally arrived and we're gonna hop into a boat now and make our way to our first dive spot. And I'm kind of nervous about this, but also really excited because I totally remembered yesterday during the quarry dives how much I really love being underwater. And I'm super looking forward to dive 3 and 4 today.
Hey Priti,
Hi.
how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, definitely way more confident about diving than I was like on day 1, and I'm also kind of nervous because this is my first ocean dive, and dive 3 and 4 of my dive course basically is the first ocean dive, so I'm kind of a mix of nervousness and excitement.
Alright, do you have your plan ready for the dive? Because I guess you're gonna make the plan and take your instructor on a ride today.
Yeah, so like not the technical part of it, but I know that we're going to be going into the ocean and we're going to be doing a back roll into the water. That's what my instructor has told me. Yet to learn what that is, and I'm guessing we're going to be diving for about 30 minutes or so for the first dive. That's going to happen, and we will slowly progress towards 18 meters because yesterday's dive was up till about 10, 11 tops, and since the open water certifies me for 18, I'm guessing we're going to go till 18. So an instructor will give a dive briefing as we head to the dive site. This includes a description of the site, the descent and ascent plan, a refresher of hand signals and dive rules, and an estimate of how long the dive would be. Again, I couldn't shoot underwater because you can't carry your camera when you're doing your course, so I'm quickly going to skip to day 4 for an update, and then we're going to see some footage. Hey, good morning. So technically today is day 4, so that means that I actually completed my open water course yesterday, and my 2 dives were fantastic. Like, I don't have the words to tell you how surreal it felt. The ocean was super choppy and I got a little seasick in the boat ride, but honestly it's nothing compared to the exhilaration that I felt when I actually did a fantastic back roll into the water. Like, it's so much fun. You just like let go and you just toss yourself back, right? It's a lot of fun. And oh my god, the sights underwater. Oh, the feeling of being underwater, the stuff that you see when you're there, and then just being able to breathe underwater is it's just clearly I'm short of words, but oh my god, if I had to recommend an experience to anybody, to definitely be getting your open water certification or at least going for a dive. Today's day 4 of my stay here and of my my whole dive experience. I'm actually starting my advanced open water course today, which basically means that I can go up to 30 meters underwater, and I'm literally so excited right now because oh my god, can you imagine the other kind of sights I'm going to be able to see in the deeper waters, like the reefs, the fish, sea snakes, I don't even know. Yeah, so that's going to be happening today, and I'm doing it with Nitrox, which basically is enriched air, which means I can stay underwater for longer. So that's happening. I was doing my knowledge reviews yesterday. I still have a little bit to go, but I should be able to finish that off by today and just enjoy a few dives now. I am super thrilled and I'm so glad that I've actually done this. Seriously. Along with being able to dive anywhere in the world down to 30 meters, the advanced open water helps you polish the skills that you learn in your open water. Try deep diving and choose 3 specialty dives like navigation, fish ID, buoyancy, photography. You can choose. So this is what a back roll is, and it is a lot of fun. Finally, some underwater footage, am I right? So this is a deep site called Arvind's Wall, where I did the deep adventure dive from my advanced open water. It has the most beautiful sea fan corals and it is absolutely stunning to behold. One thing that you learn about in your deep dive is the effect of pressure as you go deeper. Check out what happens to this egg. Cool, right? It was a good dive. It was a good day. And we headed back to the dive center where I lapped up some more theory. Morning! It's day 5 of my stay here in Pondi and day 5 of my diving adventure over here with Temple Adventures, and it's basically my last day of instruction where I complete my advanced open water course with a Nitrox certification. I have 3 dives today. I'm going to be learning about navigation, I'm going to be learning about drifting, and buoyancy, peak performance buoyancy. Quite excited. Also woke up feeling really anxious for some reason today. I just hope that passes because I want to really enjoy my 3 dives today, which I am actually excited about. So I'm just going to the dive center now, 6:30 a.m. We have an early call, and then make my way to the ocean.
How does one deal with anxiety? The first thing that helped me was informing my buddy. This way, they know what to look out for, and talking it out usually helps me because then we go over the safety protocols start to finish together, and that helps. The second thing is to remember that you're trained to deal with anything that may go wrong, and you're surrounded by people who can help. And I had a pretty great dive. See for yourself. Look at me clearing my mask like an absolute champ. This wrapped up my courses. I really fell in love and I fell hard. This was clearly more than just a one-time thing for me. And little did I know that my diving journey had only just begun.
So that concludes my advanced open water training dives. I had 5 in total, and the sights underwater are mesmerizing, and it is just something that has to be experienced. I'm back at the dive center now, and there is a whole procedure that is followed to disinfect all your equipment, also given the fact that we are in a pandemic right now. So I'm just going to show you what all is being done and how the equipment is taken care of so that you have absolutely nothing to worry about when you do come to dive.
So Temple Adventures follows pretty strict protocols when it comes to disinfecting and cleaning equipment. PCTs are soaked and washed inside out. Fins and masks are rinsed in fresh water. Wetsuits are cleaned completely. And the regulators are soaked in a bleach solution to completely disinfect them. They're all then hung out to dry separately.
I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. I haven't processed this yet. I came to Pondi to do my open water course, and I'm leaving with an advanced open water certification, and I did it with a Nitrox certification as well. I can't process anything. Like, these last 5 days have been surreal, just being able to spend time in the ocean, in the water, learning things that I'm overwhelmed because this is a bucket list experience for me. Like, this is literally one of the top items on my bucket list, and I've managed to check it off. And this opens up a whole new world to me. Like, I can go diving anywhere in the world up to 30 meters underwater. I'm trained, I have the skills required, and I can keep certifying myself. I can keep learning more stuff, doing more stuff, and I'm just so grateful. I'm just so glad. I've had a beautiful experience. I've had an amazing instructor. The team here at Temple Adventures has been extremely helpful, and the water here is wonderful to dive in. So if you think that you can't dive in India, that's not true, and we genuinely need to start doing this more. So I hope this video has helped you. In case you still have questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will be making a video answering the rest of them as well. So yeah, feel free to drop me a line here on Instagram, anywhere. And I hope you enjoyed my journey, and I hope you get to go on your own journey soon, because this is one that is definitely worth doing. It has reminded me why I love the ocean so freaking much, and it's just given me a whole new avenue to explore my love for the ocean even more. I'm gonna sign off now because I just need to go and process everything that these last 5 days have been, and I will get back to you with a Q&A kind of a video next week. Feel free to drop your questions, and I hope you like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you!